Last time out in the Youth Academy Challenge save, we came from behind to win the Super Bohopowski on penalties against Lech Poznań to end our drought and to finally beat them in this competition. It's our second Super Bohopowski in a row, and now we've reached the end of September and the end of our transfer window. So, did any of our big players actually leave us? Because there are a few of them that have been making noise about wanting to go. And also, if we got into the Champions League, how good were our draws? Let's find out together, shall we? Mies Legnica was our first opponent of the season and we beat them by 2-0. Kimmich and Davidovich getting the goals. Davidovich being a striker now is seemingly working in the league and I'm delighted by that fact. I'm just hoping that this is not just a one-off game where he was really good in front of goals and we can continue this kind of performance. And it turns out in the next match against Visa Vorts that last game wasn't a one-off. This might have been though. Davidovich got 4 in a match and we won by 6-0. We were 3-0 up inside 22 minutes, 4-0 up inside 25, and we went into the second half 5-0 up. So an outstanding performance, our best win away from home to my memory at least anyway. And Davidovich seems to be in very good form. Now, can we keep this up? Well, our opponent, Wolf decided to be difficult and score a penalty inside 22 minutes. Their goalkeeper got a 7.8 rating, and we lost by 0-0. Despite the fact they were down to 10 men in the first half, we were down to 10 men in the second half, and yeah, we tried everything. We just could not break them down for whatever reason, and despite being more attacking, despite pressing and just going on the hoe for this, we just couldn't break them down, and even with a penalty in their side, we had a better XG, so clearly we weren't very good with our chances, but we also just weren't very good generally because they beat us and we've lost our first league game of the year. So this was a kick to the teeth. Definitely wasn't playing for this. And my unbeaten season plans are dead and buried already. Well, at least we made it right in the next game against Lech Poznań when we beat them by a goal thanks to a single goal by Radoslav Palachowski. Admittedly, this goal was very fluky because it was a goalkeeper making a mistake, my winger having an empty goal effectively to aim a volley at from about 30-40 yards out, so that was a thing. Either way, we won. We should have made it 2. Kowalski missed the penalty, so not ideal. I think he even hit the post, which is the more bizarre way of missing a penalty, I think, in my mind, because he hit the outside of the post, not even the inside. So, good lord, yeah. My nerves will be shaken by the defeat against Wolf, and hopefully this isn't just a one-off thing and we can continue winning. Please? Well, we took on Nordirland next and we actually beat them by 2-0 in the Champions League. Champions Park player first leg. This is a nice draw to get, honestly, and I would take this any day of the week. And the fact we've gotten such a good draw and we won by 2-0 is useful. Davidovich was actually suspended for this game, while Kowalski actually scored, so that's nice. I still love Kowalski because he's been so good over the years with so many goals, but to see him score again was actually nostalgic in a way because of how old he's getting now. I say old, he's still only 30, but for the Youth Academy Challenge save, that is kind of old now. Then we did this against Ekstraklasa and no words about this one. They have 2 shots, 1 shot on target, they score with it, and we can't get a second goal, despite the fact we were a better team. Again, look at the XG, that's our problem. If we can potentially stop doing so many stupid things, we'll be fine. In fact, I should probably look at the shot map, because I can look at this. Shots, here we are. That was a goal, by the way. That was our goal. Don't know why it's there that we scored, but we had a shot blocks, off target. That was 2 shots saved. So we've had shots blocked here. So we had a shot off target, blocks. Yeah, we had a lot of shots that either hit the woodwork twice here apparently. I don't know why we hit the woodwork twice there, or we just hit it off target, or they're blocked. It's very frustrating when we can do this, but for some reason we just don't do well. Oh yeah, that was a direct free kick that was scored. That explains a few more things actually. But yeah, it's a very concerning thing. Even the Data Hub thing says we're not shooting well, and compared to expectation, we've had a good number of chances. However, we converted the chances, we've been very disappointing. Yeah, no surprise about this. We're not winning this game. We scored 6 goals away from home early in the season, and now we can't even score 2 goals in a game. And we actually have to score 2 goals to avoid losing. It's frustrating. And look at how far up we are on the pitch compared to our opponents. They're sitting so deep. We're going so far forward, we're almost camped in our own half. And yet we can't win. It's frustrating because I know we're better than this. The fact we won the last 6 league titles shows we're better than this. But again, very frustrating that our chances are either being blocked or not very good. And their one chance they scored there. That was a shot. That was off target, but even I'm not counting that. We're getting these chances. Apparently, we've had some chances here that was saved or something like that as well. But we're not even like we're doing terribly. We're getting all these shots away, but we're either being blocked or something else is happening. I don't know. It's frustrating to see this. I just wish we were better in front of goal in these games in the league, because it feels like now they're putting all the men behind the ball to try and stop us from scoring. Which, fair enough, I would do if I'm a rubbish team against a good team, but it's frustrating when it just works for them, and when I try to do it, it just falls apart. So, annoying, but what can you do? At least we beat Norwich in the next game to come back from behind, and we even missed a penalty. Davidovic could have got a hat-trick in this game. He scored 2 goals though, but he missed a penalty to get his 3rd goal. They even took the lead in this match, so Norwich weren't just sitting back and being quiet, they were actually trying to be productive. When they scored, not gonna lie, was slightly concerned, but it is what it is. But even so, we're always gonna be the better team in this competition, and that's great because I want to be winning these matches to get to the Champions League phase every single year now. It's a must for us. Even the board are demanding we get to the league phase at the bare minimum now, and that says a lot. And our last opponent was Podgorica Bielska, and we beat them by 2-0, and this was a game that we definitely deserved to win. Good performance. We actually had some more shots on target this time, and the XG was actually better. In fact, let's look at this again and see where our shots were. So, a 0.3 shot blocked, a 0.32 shot scored. That's where I know we're doing better, and yeah, we're having some stupid shots around every now and again, but we are doing better with these situations. I know we're having a good attempt, and we're actually trying good things. We do need to score more, though, and we do need to get better shots in around the area as well, generally, but at least we're trying now. I should probably look at them more often, and maybe just take some things off, but at the same time, we don't feel like a bad team. Davidovic's got a brace again, and maybe we're just unlucky that the 2 games we didn't win. I don't know. I'm just frustrated that we just didn't do well, honestly. I'm also more frustrated at the fact we're not top of the table, because if we won one of those 2 games that we should have been winning in, and let's be honest, we should be winning every single game this year, we would be top of the table, regardless, because of goals difference. From one way or the other, we would be above everyone else. Wolfshahof are now 4 points behind us, so they can't claim to be close to us anymore. And Rudbeck have only taken 4 points this year. Yeah, that draw was very bad, but at least we're in the top 4, and we're only 2 points away from taking the title again, so we've got that in our back pocket, and at least we could say we can do well and win games. That's the important part. But the Champions League draw is what you're here for, isn't it? What do we get? So these are our Champions League draws, and it feels like they're trying to tell me something, because I've been given Frankfurt for the 2nd series in a row, and away this time. We've got Astana at home, we've got Palace at home, we've got Tottenham at home, we've got Anderlecht away, we've got a team from Bosnia away, we've got AC Milan at home, and Newcastle away. So, some easy opponents here, but mostly difficult ones because it's the Champions League. I should say Frankfurt should be winnable, Astana should be winnable, Palace should be winnable, but they've also beaten us in the past. Anderlecht should be winnable, but we drawn against them. And a team, Mostar, who I'm certain of from Bosnia, they should be winnable as well. Milan, Newcastle, and Tottenham, only question marks about those games. Those are the games I don't expect us to win, but I'd like to think we can at least win those games. Yeah, Palace won the Europa League last year. That's why in the Champions League. So that's why I'm not shocked about their inclusion. I did remember that. And Will Still is their manager, to my knowledge. Yes, Will Still is managing the Champions League with Crystal Palace. Will Still really deserves some credit for that achievement, doesn't he? That being said, are there any other post teams in the Champions League? No, Wolfshahof were knocked out very early on, and I'm disappointing in them, quite frankly. I thought they'd do better. But what about the other competitions? Well, there's no Polish teams in the Europa League, so that's concerning. Lech Poznań were in this, so they've been knocked out. And Wolfshahof have been eliminated again from this competition. Wolfshof and Lech Poznań are in the Conference League. Lech Poznań aren't even in this. What happened to Lech Poznań? Good lord. Lech Poznań were beaten by Falkenbergs, a Swedish team. They were knocked out by a team from Sweden. Lech Poznań beat Nijmegen on penalties. Can I just say how disappointed I am in Lech Poznań right now? That they got knocked out by a team from Sweden? Sweden! Of all teams, of all countries, Sweden! For goodness sake! At least Wolfshof lost to a decent team, Galatasaray. I can give them that credit at least. And that was in the Europa League, so that it makes more sense. But Sweden! Sweden! God's sake. Alright, so these are the competitions we're in this year. I want to win the league, I want to win the cup, I won the Super Cup already. I also want to get to the top 24 of the league phase this time, because I cannot afford to drop out of that. Again, I need to get these wins. I need to get to the knockout playoff of the Champions League to match my best ever total, my best ever season in the Champions League. I refuse to do anything less this time. And in fact, if we can get to the last 16 for the first time ever, that would be amazing. There are some teams in here that should not be in this competition, so I think we can definitely do it. Please actually give me the opportunity to do it. I really need to do that now, for goodness sake. But what I'm going to do is end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys like and share this video, and that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye, and well, good night.